Telford was built on a mixture of farmland and dereliction from the pits and ironworkings of the first industrial revolution. John Maiden was tasked to shape a new town in Dawley in the early 60s. He presented his plan at a public meeting.
And I believe we have an opportunity here to create one of the finest industrial towns, not only in this country, but in the world.
In 1968, the town was renamed Telford after the famous civil engineer Thomas Telford. The man who was to become Director of Architecture was Don Fenter, now 85 and living in the Shropshire countryside in Homer, near Much Wenlock.
We were idealistic and very enthusiastic for the idea of new towns. I and my team, we worked late every day for a long time, long past working hours, without extra payment in order to get the job done. We were that keen at the time.
Memories of those long hours will stay with Pam Bradburn, who dedicated 21 years to the Telford Development Corporation. It was based at Priorslee Hall, now part of the Telford campus for Wolverhampton University. She recalls having to tell families their homes were to go to make way for development.
I well remember having to push letters informing people that their homes were in jeopardy through letterboxes, and I met one particular lady who couldn't understand what was happening, and she said to me, "Come back tonight when my son's here. He's at work." Of course, he was a minor, but she not only had one son, she had 6 sons, and they were all waiting for me when I went back in the evening.
Later, the town was to hit hard times when unemployment reached 20%. Unemployment here today is around 2%. It was the M54 which was to make way for a boom in the town's economy.
It wasn't until 1983 that our M54 was linked to the M6. From then on, firms started coming into the area, from all over the world in fact. The first Japanese company that came here was in 1984, Maxell, and that's still here. There was a time, in fact, when there were more Japanese manufacturing companies in Telford than in any other town in the country.
Work goes on. An economic development company called Transforming Telford aims to generate 10,000 jobs in the next decade. A facelift is planned for the town centre. 20 million trees and shrubs were planted by the Telford Development Corporation, a sign perhaps that this town will continue to grow. Joanne Writtle, BBC Midlands Today, Telford.